let's talk about business strategy. So what is business strategy? It's a framework that guides an organization's choices, choices that define its core and foundation. Take Nokia for example. Nokia was once the king of the mobile phone industry. The best of the best, right? But after its market share plummeted from 50% to 4%, it sold off its mobile phone business. It partnered with Siemens to create Nokia Siemens Networks. After forming Nokia Siemens Networks, later it purchased Motorola's wireless division. Then it also acquired the full stake of Nokia Siemens Networks and bought all of it. So in its business strategy, the goal is to obtain substantial profits from the market. To achieve this goal, what did it do when it realized its own capabilities were insufficient? It focused its efforts. We will discuss a term later called pipeline balance. The focus, we must focus our energy on important matters. Don't spread your energy too thinly. So, when it discovered that while doing this, it was also doing other things, it found its efforts were too dispersed, but with resources spread thin. What was it to do? So, it later decided to divest itself of a certain sector. This system, within the global market of in-car medical navigation, now holds 90% of the market share, which is a remarkable market share. Yet, so this division, it sold off this entire segment. This allowed it to focus on its core business. And then there were Alcatel and Lucent. They joined forces to create Alcatel-Lucent. Later Nokia aimed to expand in the communication sector to achieve further growth. So it acquired Alcatel-Lucent as well, making it part of Nokia. Throughout this process, Nokia was guided by its overall business strategy, taking specific actions consistently to achieve its goals. This business strategy is something we often refer to. Once you have a business strategy, this can better guide us in product development, product management, and product selection. But how do we do that? Here are a few steps. First, we need to determine our business goals. These business goals, such as the market share we aim to capture in this field, the number of units we aim to sell, or the revenue we want to generate. Once we have these goals in place, after we've defined these goals, secondly, we need to define product development and its contribution to achieving this goal, or the role it plays. So how can we make this happen? For example, say you aim to be the second largest in this field. How can you achieve that? You might do through mergers, or by acquiring other companies, or through in-house development, or by some other means. Once we figure that out, we can proceed with the next steps. As for the subsequent actions, we'll clarify them further. If some need to be done in-house, this is called product innovation. We need to carefully consider our focus in product innovation. Our focus is to be proactive and penetrate the market using an aggressive strategy, or an innovative strategy, or a follower strategy. Will weigh up the technology and the market. What does the Ansoff matrix entail? Then we have characteristics and costs to consider. Are we focusing more on cost or just on improving the product? Are we taking a focused approach or a more diversified one? That will clarify our priorities. Here's a diagram that might make things clearer. For example, if we want to enter a certain industry, we first need to analyze the overall environment, which means looking at the industry environment. Also consider the company's unique strengths. By analyzing these factors, you might uncover certain business opportunities. Once you've identified these opportunities, you need to refine your strategic and target focus. Concentrate on one specific task. Don't just say the new energy field. It has great potential. You can't just jump into new energy. What part of new energy will you focus on? You must focus on the specifics. Then consider your new product development plan, how it contributes to the goal. Once you figure that out, you'll probably want to take action. And when you're taking action in our new product development, will you be a leader, pioneer, in that position, or a follower? Will you use a low-cost strategy or an engagement strategy? Which strategy will you choose to capture the market? Once that's clear, we'll proceed based on these strategies to select projects, to allocate resources. So these are the business goals and how they're implemented step by step. The same applies here. We start with these business goals and consider how they align with certain products and their contribution to these goals, before finally focusing on specific product development. Okay, next we need to define our go-to-market strategy. Based on these strategies, we'll carry out product portfolio management. Portfolio management is about choosing the right projects. It helps us deliver the right results.